Hello, everybody. Welcome to my weird and wonderful world. And I decided I want to try to make another video. It's kind of late here. It's about twenty minutes to midnight. And I felt like I wanted to really give you another video. Actually, I wanted to make it earlier, but I wanted to prepare this in the proper way to show you properly. Now, what I'm going to show you is if you know my channel, if you have watched my channel for a while, I'm a Patreon with two other channels. There's the Trash Talkers, who does rappers react, and they do other stuff too. That's really cool, and that's with Behringer Bynes and Larry Cowan. And yeah, they react to all kinds of different music, and it sort of relates to the other Patreon, which is with Larry Graves. I watch both his channel. I watch his Larry Graves AMSR videos, and I watch his Canadian Stud Muffin channel. And I decided to become a Patreon with him, and that would have been around August 3rd. Yeah, but the first week of August. I think it was August. Yeah, it would have been around August. About the very first days of August. Anyway, so I had kept track of all the requests because that's what he does. He does these song requests. You send him a song on the Patreon, and and within the week he gets to it, and he'll do a reaction, and he gives a letter grade to your songs. And I find this so fun and entertaining. And so far, we've been going for about 6 months and 3 weeks, where I throw him a new different song. And on the Patreon, he had Larry Graves was kind of complaining a tiny bit that most of his Patreons, they like to give him the same band week after week after week, and they're not giving him enough variety, and that he wants a little bit more variety. And I completely 100% agree with that because I would love variety. And you'll see by this list, these 27 songs that I sent him in the last 6 months and 3 weeks are very eclectic. Is so yeah, it's so varied, and all kinds of different genres. You'll see, it's a really interesting mix of songs I want to send him. And the grades, of course, they go from like A. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. When it comes to the grades, it's an A plus would be equal to like 100%, a 10 out of 10. An A would be like an 8, like a 95% or a 9.5. An A minus would be like a 90%, a 9 out of 10. And then a B plus would be like an 85%, an 8.5 out of 10. And then so on and so forth. Like for every letter, like for again, B is 80%, B minus would be 75%, and so on and so forth. You get the picture. It's every 5% for every grade. So yeah. So before I ramble a little bit, I'm just going to try to get into this. So yeah, like I said, the first one here started in August 3rd, and We're going to number them in the number of how many that I've done with them. You'll understand as I go along. So we're going to start at the grade, and I want to hide this side here so you don't see the grade right away. So I want to go down. I want to be careful about this. So you see that Sid and Susie, and your bird can sing. Yeah. Oh yeah, look at that. Just a little bit, but this up a little bit more. There we go. So Sid and Susie, and your bird can sing, which is of course a cover song of the Beatles song. Now, and then he gives a rating at the end once he listens to the song. And I gave it to him because I know that his favorite band is the Beatles, and I want to know what he thought of this song in particular because I love the whole Under the Covers which is okay. Sid and Susie, by the way, if you don't know, that's Matthew Sweet and Susanna Hoff from the Bangles, and they make a great duo. They make such a great duet. Yeah, I love Susanna Hoff's voice. She's one of my favorite singers out there. So what's for my first grade? Because this is the very first video I sent well, not video, a song. It was just a song. It wasn't even a video. And what was he going to give it for a Beatles song being his favorite band? An A minus. Yeah, he gives it an A minus. And the reason why it wasn't a higher grade is because they didn't really change much from the original. They pretty much kept it safe and did it the way they wanted to do it. So, I mean, so basically trying to keep with homage with the Beatles, but yeah. So let's kind of hide the score again, and we're going to try to gently go down to the next one. So it's yeah. Oh, it's yeah. It's going to be kind of difficult to do, but I'm going to still do it. So 2 here is Sugar with Hoover Dam, and Sugar is fronted by Bob Mould, who also who first started off with Husker Du, and then he went solo. And I have quite a few of his stuff. So I have all the Sugar albums. I have most of his solo albums, Bob Mould solo albums, and I have just a couple of Husker Du. But yeah, I sent him a Hoover Dam from Sugar, and of course he gives it an A minus. But I don't mind. A minuses are fine. So instead, I'm just going to properly get it this way. Yeah, this is a better way of doing it. So now the next one is Matthew Sweet. We're the same. So what am I gonna? So it's like, yeah, I wanted to give him something like these underrated singer songwriters like Matthew Sweet and and like Bob Mould, because because I think they're underrated, and I want to see what a kind of a straight, a pretty honest guy like Larry Graves is going to actually say about these guys. So what does he give? We're the same. Oh, a B plus. So that's my first B, or in the B's. So that's still a great grade. I wasn't going to complain about it. So let's see what I got next. And the fourth song that I sent him. Like I was saying, I want to keep on with the Bob Mould, of course, because Bob Mould was with Sugar. So I sent him It's Too Late. And and I sent him the video for that, of course. So to give him an idea of what a kind of a jaunty, more popish type of song, to see where he would gauge with that. Because I'm trying to gauge his because okay, my whole premise with throwing Larry Graves those songs for his request is I'm not choosing songs that I really like and I hope he gets to like. I'm actually cherry picking each song to make sure that it's going to somehow tickle his fancy, or is going to hook him in the right way, and he's going to. I'm tailoring the songs to his taste. I'm trying to find songs that I think he is going to like, not necessarily songs that I like, but of course I like them too, absolutely. But I want to try to tailor those responses. Now, in the fifth position, okay, I wanted to give him a band that, again, another band that I think is overrated, and I love it, and I want to see what he would think of this band. So I gave him Belle and Sebastian. I abbreviated to Seb, but it's Belle and Sebastian, and the title track of The Boy with the Arab Strap. That song right there. I was really curious what he would think of that. And because I love that song. I think it's so jaunty. It was one of the first songs. Well, it wasn't the first song I heard of them, but it was one of the first songs that really piqued my interest. It's like, okay, I think I want to listen to this band more and more and more. I like this band. It's the best song on the album, of course, being the title song. So what did Larry Graves think of it? He gave it an A minus. Yeah. So I haven't gotten any A's, like solid A's or A pluses yet. But that's no. I'm not. I was. Oh, don't cheat. So I wasn't worried about it. So so I give him something else. I give him something that me and my brother really like. My brother has this, but I don't. This is the first thing that I give him that I don't actually own on CD or anything, but my brother does. And I love this performance because this guy is basically like a one man band. So I gave him Shaky Graves and Late July. And so and if you don't know any of these songs, just go and check them out, and you'll see and you'll understand why he grades them, what he grades them, and I think they're all 10 out of 10s. I love every song that I'm sending him. I think they're all fantastic, and I'm just hoping that he agrees. But again, like I'll repeat, I'm tailoring the songs to his taste, you know. So what did he give that? He gave it an A. My first A. So it's the highest grade I've gotten so far. And it's for Shaky Graves. It's like, yep, yeah, okay. I have an idea where to go. So let's see if I can't get that lustrous A plus. So I go with the seventh song that I sent him. It's cool that I documented all of this, eh? And then so now we got Matt Mays, Tall Trees, and it was a song that this was a song and video that I had seen up in Montreal, and it was really like I thought it was awesome. It was like it made me a fan of Matt Mays, and I definitely need to get more stuff from Matt Mays. I'm sorely missing in that. So I mean, there's so much for me to get, but I still have to get that eventually, like before the year's over for sure. I need to get some more Matt Mays. But anyway, what did Larry Graves give Tall Trees? Because it's a kick-ass song. Is he going to actually give it something higher than an A? Absolutely. Of course, because it is a killer song, and that's my very first A plus that I got from Larry Graves. So yeah, that was a pretty good day. I was feeling pretty happy with myself that day. My first A plus. So I think, okay, I'm on the right track. I think I can keep this up. So I said, okay, let's go back again and try Matthew Sweet. And this time I'm going to throw in Girlfriend, which was actually the very first song and video I ever heard of Matthew Sweet. I just wanted to try to give him something that was really good from an album that I love with the We're the Same. So I was like, okay, let's come back and let's try Matthew Sweet again. But you see, I threw him a few different things before throwing him another Matthew Sweet. I just didn't give him Matthew Sweet back to back to back. I don't like doing that. I want to keep the variety going. You want to keep the variety going. So what did he give Matthew Sweet Girlfriend? A great solid A. He gave it an A. A. Yeah, so I was happy again. It's like so far I've gotten A minus, an A plus, and another A. And like that's four in a row. Like yeah, I'm stoked. Okay. I'm on a roll. I know I can keep this going. So then he had 1 week, okay, after that where he was able to do an extra reaction during the week. So as long as it was under 5 minutes. Usually the reactions that he would do for me would be like up to 12 minutes, but I've never given him anything over not like very nothing over 7 minutes at all. So so I gave him something short. I gave him something like it was like two and a half minutes or something like that. So I throw him a rocking song, Super Suckers Born with a Tail, because I know that Larry Graves has a rocking side. He loves to rock as much as anybody else. So it's like, okay. I was expecting a really great grade, but he gives it a B plus, which is not a bad grade whatsoever. That's still a pretty decent grade. But it's like, I was hoping for another A. Like, okay, let's see what I can give you next week. I want to up it. It's like, okay, I thought wrong. I'll do better. so, so I had wanted to get an album of the band Voivod for so long. An album called Nothing Face. It was like for like years. It was nearly impossible for me to find or get on CD, and then I eventually found it. It finally came into Frank's Music, and I was able to go and pick it up. And now, gloriously, I have Voivod Nothing Face. But I wanted to, as an appreciation for that, I wanted to send him Voivod Astronomy Domine. And if you know, that is a cover song of the Pink Floyd song from their very first album. And I knew that Larry was very familiar with that song, and I remember his comment from the Sid and Susie doing that cover song of "And Your Bird Can Sing." And I remembered him saying how he likes more how if you're going to do a cover song, make it your own. Like take what's all there and make it your own. So that's kind of what Voivod did with Astronomy Domine, and I gave him the video to go with it, and he gave it an A plus. Yeah, a second A plus. So I was pretty stoked. I was pretty happy with that. So so we're gonna go cruising along and say, okay, let's repeat a guy again. I guess that's a great response with Matt Mays. All right, with Tall Trees, that I decided to send him for my 11th song, On the Hood. Okay, what are you gonna think of that one? You already gave Tall Trees an A plus, right? So yeah. Let's try my lucky again. Let's roll those dice. What are you gonna think of that? It's a pretty catchy song. I still love it, and that. But I think he's rightfully gave it a solid A. But at least I'm still getting the A. So yeah. So I'm happy. I've gotten A's so far. I've gotten in 11 out of 11. I've gotten 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 A's so far, and 3 B's. Okay. Let's go. So the next one, number 12, that I threw him to check out again, and I said, okay, I want to give him something good. I think it's just right up his alley. The video is pretty awesome for it, so I wanted to, yeah. So the Black Keys, Tighten Up, with the whistling and in the video where the kids are playing on the playground and stuff. So it's like, okay, Larry, what are you gonna think of that now? And so what he does, he gives it, and I wasn't sure by the look on his face as he was listening to it, what he thought of it. He could sometimes he puts on this poker face when he's listening to the tracks and ready to judge it. So you're not sure what he's gonna think of it, but he gives it my third A plus. Yes, he gives it my third A plus, and I can't be happier. Yeah. So far I've gotten 3 A pluses. Yeah, yep, I'm on a roll. I think I know I know what I'm doing. So I said, okay, I'm gonna throw him a classic. I'm sure I was thinking, has he heard this before? Because it's an older song. I'm pretty sure it's from the '70s, but I wanted to give him something classic. So I give him Michael Pagliaro, and What the Hell I Got, which is probably my favorite Pagliaro. There's other ones from him that I might give him later on, but that was the one that I really want to show him first. And so, what do you think he thought of that? He gave it another A minus. So that's okay. It's in the A's as long as it's 90. is 90% or higher. A minus is still a really great score. So I have a great track record so far. I'm not. I only got 3 B's so far, and all the rest are A's. So I think I'm doing really good. You know, and I like to joke around. It's like Larry Graves is my music teacher. He and I'm trying and I'm presenting my homework each week. Like it's like you only have to present your homework once a week at the end of the week, and it's like what did you so your job of course is to impress the teacher and to help and to see what he's going to grade you, and you're hoping to pass the year. So far I think I'm doing great. I think I'm doing awesome. So the next thing I give him, I want to give him another rockin' song. So I give him Idley Stradlin doing a cover of Chuck Berry's Memphis, Tennessee, dum, 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 which is a really rocking song, and I think he nails it. It's my favorite cover of that song. So what do you think Larry Graves gave it? He gave it a solid A. And okay, yeah, no, no. I almost expected another A plus, but no, an A, I'll take it. It's better than an A minus. And so yeah, so what would I give him next? Now lately, I've been really raving, and it's becoming one of my top 5 favorite bands at the moment, and I'm keen on getting every album of them. So and I wanted to give him something a little different, a little catchy. It's my favorite song off of that album of the Flying Microtonal Banana. And yes, of course, I'm talking about King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard with their song Nuclear Fission. It's the second to last song on their Flying Microtonal Banana. And of course, if you know anything about that album in particular, they use a microtones. So instead of just like using like the 12 different notes or the 12 different frets, it gets doubled to 24, because it's not, they just don't have the whole note and the half note. Now they can get quarter notes and get those notes that you wouldn't normally go, and they don't overuse it. They use it just moderately, just enough that gives it that flavor without making it too ridiculously obvious. They really hide it well when you listen to their album. So, what do you think Larry Graves gave that song? Because there was no video to accompany it. He could just concentrate on the song itself. He gave it another A plus. So I was like, okay, yeah, that's my fourth A plus now I've gotten. So okay, I'm on a roll. I'm doing awesome. I love that. Okay, so here I am. I'm throwing him some good. Teacher is really proud of me. I think I deserve a gold star so far. Well, so now I give him Battles, Atlas, and because I'm a big Battles fan, it's like okay, instrumental stuff now. Something a little wacky. It's still kind of heavy-ish, but it's so experimental and weird and strange. But I love him, and I wanted to give him another song too, but that comes later. So what do you think he gave that? I was so satisfied and happy when he gave it an A. Yeah, yeah. So it's not an A plus, but it's like nope, it's close enough. It probably was so close to be an A plus, but he didn't want to he didn't want to spoil me too much with A pluses. So yeah, okay, I'm gonna give him an A because I'm satisfied with that. So far, I'm really passing. I only 3 B's. All the rest are A's. Then the last one here that I gave him is something from my memory of being up in Montreal. It was a song that revitalized my love for music. I had pulled a weird night where I don't know, was having trouble sleeping, and then I finally fell asleep, and I had a weird dream, and I wake up and I turn on the TV. It was exactly 7 a.m. And as soon as I turned the TV on to the channel to watch some videos that only played on on that one channel, and only an hour per day at a certain time in the morning, and an hour of the same ones, the same songs in the afternoon. But I just turn it on and I hear this song for the very first time, and as soon as I turned the TV on, the song started right at that moment. Like it would like there was like a second before the song started, and the song started right there, and I heard the entire song, but it blew me away, and it's like, and I was like, okay, what is he going to give that? Kid Cudi, Pursuit of Happiness, because it's such a beautiful song. It's such a beautiful song. So what is he going to give that? This is the 17th song that I've given him so far on my channel. I've gotten mostly A's, only 3 B's. What can I get? Is it going to be another A or an A plus? Hopefully another A plus. I get another A. Oh, yep. So I'll take it. So that's the first. So yep, that's the first night. I'm gonna take that out of there. Um, so that's the first page so far. There's 10 more to go. There's 10 more videos to go, because I so far in the time in the 6 months and 3 weeks that I've sent them videos. Yeah, there's 27 videos. So I got 10 more, or songs. Sorry, not videos, songs for the grading. So we're gonna get back into it. So song, and cover that up. Song number 18, the 18th song that I had Larry Graves react to, is Tegan and Sara with their song Hell. Because that was another song that was on that channel at that time when I first heard Kid Cudi's The Pursuit of Happiness. And then this was another song that just, like, I was so rocking, and I ended up getting the album. I have the album of that, and I love the whole album. I didn't like it really that much the first time around, but by the time the third listen through, I really love the album now. So what did Larry Graves give that song and video? He didn't like the video. I love the video, but he didn't really like the video. So he wants, when he does his reactions, he wants to try to divorce his what he thinks of the song from the, like, he doesn't want the video to influence how he thinks of the song. And I'll get to something later on here, a comment about that in another song, but you'll see. What did he give that? He gave that an A minus. Okay, no, it's still an A. It's still another A. I haven't gotten another B yet. Not yet. So I don't mind A minuses. They're okay. So, okay, we're coming up to Christmas, okay? And I don't know why, because I knew what my next song was going to give him, like just around the Christmas times. And so just like about a week before Christmas, I wanted to give him something really quick and something short, something fast and mean, and just really like a little aggressive. And I love this album. It's not a long album at all, but it's Bad Religion, and their title track of Stranger Than Fiction. So that, yeah. So I thought, okay, that should get a good reaction. It's a nice rocking song, and pretty much like what happened with the Super Stuckers, Born with a Tail. He gave the Super Suckers Born with a Tail a B plus, okay, but at least this he gave it an A minus. But I thought it was gonna be a little bit, just a little higher than that. I really did think that. But no, I was still satisfied, very satisfied. And now Christmas Day, and I can't believe this. This is I'm a little disappointed, but it's fine. It's fine. So we come to Christmas, and I decided to give him a rockin' song a an under kind of an underrated band. They had some great hits, and we had been talking about it a couple of weeks before that, and in a chat that I was like a live streaming that I was involved in with Larry Graves and Glenn Calloway and Alex from Beer and Vinyl. So that's when I first saw him and met Alex from Beer and Vinyl. And I still watch his channel. But we had brought up the band Slade, and I had told him that, yeah, Merry Christmas Everybody is one of my favorite Christmas songs. It's not my absolute favorite Christmas song, and I'm not really a fan of Christmas songs. But if I am going to listen to a Christmas song, I want to be able to, I want it to rock. I want it to be able to jam out to it and appreciate it, because I'm not a big fan of traditional kind of, like Christmas songs. So for but then again, I understand why he would grade it a B, like a solid B. Now, yeah, it's the lowest so far. It is the lowest score I've gotten. Like, because I've gotten B plus. I gotten B pluses. But yeah, it's my first B. So it's like, yeah, okay. I thought this was gonna be at least an A minus or even a B plus. I would have been satisfied with a B plus, but a B, yeah, okay. No, it's all right. So okay, I can do better. I can do better. Like okay, and then around that week, also I had just gotten a new album. It was the last album I bought of 2023, and it was the Nick Kershaw because I really wanted the song. Wouldn't it be good? It's one of my favorite songs, and there happened to be another Nick Kershaw song on that album that I didn't realize it was him that made it because I was really loving somebody doing a cover of that song. But Nick Kershaw's "Wouldn't It Be Good," and yeah, that was a gem of a find to get on that. But so I gave him a Nick Kershaw, "Wouldn't It Be Good," with the cool little video of him walking around with the with the suit on that changes and everything. So what would you think he would give that? So he gave the Slade a B. Hopefully I can get something better than a B because I can't. To get another B would kill me. I don't want to get another B. That was just a warning. So okay, B plus. I feel better. A B is like 80%. It's like an 8 out of 10. So it's like yeah okay. But B plus, yeah, I like a B plus. It's like an 85%. So now this one here, he did this one on my birthday, and I wanted to. Okay, I had thrown him a battles before with Atlas a couple of weeks before, like almost like 2 months before, and it's time to bring battles back. You see, I don't put them back to back. If I'm going to show him the same band, I make sure I spread it out and give him again variety. If you're going to give him Larry Gray's request, you need to give him variety because that's the ticket. That's the ticket, and try to cater to his taste, not like this is what I love. Do you agree or don't? It's like no. I'm really trying to impress the teacher. I'm trying to get my good grades. So what can I get with battles on my birthday, Tonto? And I mean, he was going to give it a high grade anyway because it was my birthday, but he ended up giving it an A plus anyway because he loved it. Like he was going to give it an A plus, but he honestly loved it. He thought it was great, and he can see himself going out and getting that and buying that. And it's like, yeah, okay, awesome. I think he should. I really think he should. I think he would love the whole album, even the one that I think is annoying, but I still love it. So, all right. So, of course, my favorite band being Tool, and I haven't sent them anything like that, any heavy metal or any heavy stuff. If you notice, every track on here is not like a heavy genre of like heavy metal or anything that I think he would not really like. But I say, okay, this is, even though, yeah, I think this is up his alley too. I love the video. I think the video is probably going to influence him a little bit, but like no, it's still all a part of it, and I think it's important. So it's like, okay, I give him Pussifer, Conditions of My Parole. It's something not quite toolish and not quite Perfect Circle. It's a little bit, you know, on the trailer park side, on the Skid Row kind of thing. So it's like, what would he give Pussifer, Conditions of My Parole? And I was pretty happy to see when he gave another a solid A. Say, yeah, I'll take another A. That's awesome, awesome, awesome. And then a new band that I had found their album, and I didn't want to give Larry Graves this song until I had actually possessed their album and had it in my hands and into my collection. So I was like, okay, I'm going to give him Amyl and the Sniffers, because I really love the video and the song for Security, because it's like in the video. It's like she's out there in the cemetery rehearsing, trying to rehearse what she wants to say to the owner of to the bouncer, to get herself into the bar so she can party. And she gotten kicked out of the club or something, and she's trying to rehearse what she wants to say to the bouncer, and she's all getting animated in that. And so it was like, okay, I thought he was going to really love that too, and I knew he was going to give it a high score, but he gives it an A minus. I was like, no, okay, again, it's in the A's. I'll take that. I love A's. So it's like, okay, so now I'm going to switch gears. I always loved this cover song, and I thought this band did a great job. And for the same reasons, I knew for the same reasons that Larry Graves gave gave the Voivod Astronomy Domine an A plus, because it's a band that took a cover song and made it their own, and made, so I said, okay, I'm going to give them the Lemonheads and the track Mrs. Robinson from Simon and Garfunkel. And so what are they, how what's he going to grade that? Because it's a kick ass cover of that. They knock it out of the park, and I've been a big fan of Lemonheads ever since I first seen that video and heard that song. So what does Larry Graves think of it? He gives it an A plus. It's like, yeah, an A plus. So there's only two more videos to go. But yeah, and so we're coming to the present day so a couple of weeks ago, yeah, about 2 weeks ago, I give him another cover song. It's like, okay, and because we were talking about this artist, Fiona Apple, and and Larry Graves was saying, well, he's not that familiar with Fiona Apple, but he would be welcoming to hear anything from her. So I said, okay, again, Beatles fan, trying to and although she doesn't make it her own exactly, she still kind of keeps us true to how the original is and sounds and that. But because of who she is and how she sounds naturally, I gave him, of course, Fiona Apple, Across the Universe. And like, okay, Beatles. What is he going to give it? What is he going to give it? What is he going to give it? And what does he give it? He gives it my second A plus in the row. That's the first time he gives a second A plus in a row. I'm I'm ecstatic. It's like, yeah, I'm thrilled. Yeah. So Across the Universe being a Beatles song, and of course he loved it because it's him doing, it's Fiona Apple. Fiona Apple doing justice to the song, and not, even though she's keeping it the same, she's put so much of herself in it anyway. Yeah, it comes through, and it's well deserving of an A+. So I'm doing good. Look at that. Look at the score so far. We're gonna tally all this up in a minute. So now, at the end here, the last video I gave him last week, okay, was because he had done a reaction to something from an orchestra, some classical music, and it was really good. And he gave it a great score. He gave it a pretty good score. And I'm like, okay, I'm gonna give him something that was so for this reaction here, I wanted to give him my first reaction video that I gave the Trash Talkers way back when, about 3 years ago, when I first became a Patreon a couple of years ago, about 2.5, yeah, going on 2 years and 2 years and 2 months, almost 2 years and 2 months that I became a Patreon with the Trash Talkers. And the very first song that I Patreon, like, I sent them as a reaction for their channel, was The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly by the Danish National Symphony Orchestra, because I love that performance. Tuva is super good, with the wah 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 and all that. So it's like, okay. And I'm hoping for an A+. I'm hoping for an A+. Can I get 3 A+ in a row? I roll that dice, and then what do I get? I get a solid A. I say, okay. I'm like, it's not the A+ I was hoping for, but it will do. It will do. So what's the scores? And what's the, how did that follow? So if you see the rating here, so out of all the 27 songs, 7 of them was A+. 8 of them was A's. 7 others were A-. We only had 4 B+. Just that damn Christmas song, that one Christmas song that got the lowest score of B. Like, you gave Slade doing one of the rockingest Christmas songs that I ever heard in my life a B. Like, were you not in the Christmas spirit that day, Larry? Whatever. I'll get over it. It's like B. It's like getting B in gym class. It's like, but it's music class. It's like, but I'm just, I'm teasing, of course. So the 7 songs that I got an A+ with was the Matt Mays Tall Trees, the Voivod Astronomy Domine, the Black Keys Tighten Up, King Gizzard Nuclear Fission, Battles Tonto, the Lemonheads, Mrs. Robinson, and Fiona Apple Across the Universe. Those songs I got the A+. And what the 8 that I got the A, just an A. So I got an A for Shaky Graves, Late July, Master Sweet Girlfriend, Matt Mays, On the Hood, Izzy Stradlin, The Memphis, Battles, doing Atlas, Kid Cudi, Pursuit of Happiness. Then it's the Pussifer, Conditions of My Parole, and the Good, Bad, and the Ugly, the live performance by the Danish National Symphony Orchestra. All those got the A, a solid A. Now the 7 got an A-. So yeah, the A- was with the Matthew Sweet and the Susanna Hoff doing And Your Bird Can Sing got the A minus. Sugar, Hoover Dam got an A minus. Belle and Sebastian, the boy with the arrow strap, got an A minus. The Pegalero, Michael Pegalero, what the hell I got an A minus. Tegan and Sarah Hell got an A minus. Bad Religion, Stranger Than Fiction, A minus. And Amel and the Sniffer Security got an A minus. That almost got a B plus. It was on the verge of being a B plus, but by the end of the song, he tried to divorce himself from the images of it because she's dancing in a graveyard, and apparently Larry Graves doesn't like graveyards. So I mean, your last name is Graves, and you're not into graveyards. Okay, I guess it makes sense. I guess. So, only four B pluses, and that would be, of course, way at the beginning with the Matthew Sweet and the Bob Mould. The Matthew Sweet were the same, and Bob Mould is two B pluses in a row, and then I get another B plus here with Super Suckers Born with a Tail. That's a B plus, and the last one here is Nick Kershaw. Wouldn't it be good? That's a B plus. And of course, that poor Christmas song. That's poor Slade getting such a low score. It's like a B. My mom was like, "What's with that B? You're doing so good with the score, Oh, I don't know. But yeah, it's only out of all of these, okay, is only 5 B's. All the rest were A's. Out of 27 songs, only 5 were B's. So yeah, I'm pretty happy. That's 22 A's. So I'm pretty satisfied with that. I'm happy with that rating, and I'm going to continue to document all the next songs that I'm going to be giving Larry Graves to react to. So yeah, if you're going to Patreon with Larry Graves, and consider that, because if you love music like I do, and I don't know, I'm just having fun with that, and yeah, and Larry Graves really deserves my Patreon with his channel. I'm enjoying that, because I'm not Patreoning with anybody else. It's just the Trash Talkers. It's just Larry Graves. That's it. Nobody else gets my Patreon whatsoever. So sorry, everybody else. I wanted to Patreon a couple of smaller channels, and of course the Trash Talkers, they got super huge. They're over. They got, like, when I first started watching them and started interacting with them, they were not all that high up there in the numbers. They're like, I remember when they were still in the thousands, just in the thousands. Now they're way well over 100,000 subscribers. So yeah, they're doing freaking awesome. What else did I want to say about that list? No, that's about it. I just wanted to share with you that today. I know this is a much longer video than I was intending, but that's all good. I am not disappointed with it at all. So yeah. So everybody, I'm just gonna let you go here, because we're almost up to 50 minutes long. So everybody, please, again, as always, please be safe. Take care. I will see you on the flip side, and please, everybody, have a great day, evening, night, wherever you may be. Peace, everybody.